Hello student, welcome to AISSMS Institute of Information Technology. Myself Dr. A.R. Deshmukh from Engineering Sciences Department. In this video, we are going to discuss about different stages of free electron theory and particularly postulates of classical free electron theory. Now, the electron theory aim to explain the structures and the properties of solids through their electronic structure. And according to this theory, a metal can be considered to consist of ion cores having the nucleus and the electrons other than the valence electron. And these valence electrons from an electron gas surrounds the ion cores and are free to move anywhere within the metals. Now, there are three different electron theories, or we can say the electron theories of solids have been developed in three different main stages. The first is classical free electron theory. Drude and Lorentz developed this theory in 90. According to this theory, metal containing free electrons and obey the laws of classical mechanics. The second theory is quantum free electron theory. In this, Sommerfeld developed this theory during 1928, and according to this theory, the free electron obeys the quantum laws. The third one is they called as zone theory. In this, the Bloch stated this theory in 1928, and according to this theory, the free electrons moves in a periodic field provided by the lattice. This theory is also called as band theory of solids. Now, let us understand the postulates of Drude-Lorentz theory or classical free electron theory. The first postulate is, in an atom, electrons revolve around the nucleus and metal is composed of such atoms. The valence electrons of an atom are free to move about the whole volume of the metals like the molecules of a perfect gas in a container. It means the valence electrons of an atoms are free to revolve around the nucleus, like for example the molecules of perfect gas are moving randomly in the container. The collection of valence electron from all the atoms is given piece of metal forms electron gas, and it is free to move throughout the volume of the metal. These free electrons move in a random direction and collide with their positive ions, other free electrons. All the collisions are elastic since there is no loss of energy. The movements of free electrons obey the laws of classical kinetic theory of gases. Next postulate is, the electron velocities in the metal obey the classical Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of velocities. When an electric field is applied to the metal, the free electrons are accelerated in the direction opposite to the direction of applied electric field. Now, what are the successful things that this theory can be achieved? This theory can verify Ohm's law. It can explain the electrical and thermal conductivities of metals. It derives Widman's-Franz law, that is the relation between the electrical conductivity and the thermal conductivity. It can explain the optical properties of metals. However, there are few limitations of this theory as well. First is, the phenomena such as photoelectric effect, Compton effect, and the black body radiation cannot be explained by classical free electron theory. According to the classical free electron theory, the value of specific heat of metal is not recognized, and the variation in the temperature is also unexplained. Thank you.